Good morning to you all. So today's topic is isomorphism. In graphs. Okay. In so far we have seen different types of graphs, right? All of you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is another important topic, concept from graphs, isomorphism. Have you heard this word before, isomorphism? Yes?
No.
No. Okay, so isomorphism means we are talking about similarities in the graph. Okay, so you need minimum 2 graphs to check the isomorphism. So in what sense they are similar to each other? In school days, if you remember, you have done congruence of triangles. You remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Similarity and congruence. There is a difference. There is a difference between similarity and congruence. Okay. So something of that sort we are going to see, but of course there are different parameters in case of triangle and there are different parameters in case of graph. Okay. In triangle we have angles, sides, etc. In graphs we have vertices and edges. So we will focus on the number of vertices and number of edges. So you consider 2 graphs. See the way I'm writing them, drawing them. This is one graph. Okay, so it's a complete graph I have taken on 4 vertices and I am drawing another graph. This is G2. So what you observe, how many vertices are there in G1?
4.
4 vertices. How many vertices are there in G2?
4.
4. How
4.
many edges are there in G1?
6.
How many edges are there in E2? I mean G2, sorry. Yes, come on girls. How many edges are there in G2?
6.
Again 6, right? Now can you tell me what is degree of each vertex in G1? What is degree of A?
3.
3. Degree of B?
3.
Degree of C?
3.
Degree of D?
3.
What is degree of U1 in G2 now?
3.
Degree of U2?
3.
Degree of U3?
3.
And degree of U4?
3.
3. Okay, so these are some basic conditions for isomorphism, that the number of vertices in both the graphs should be same, number of edges in both the graphs should be same, and then adjacency, you should be able to, according to adjacency of the vertices, you should be able to map one vertex of G1 to another vertex of G2. So in short, you should get a bijective mapping, okay, between the vertex sets of both the graphs, between the edge sets of both the graphs. Now whenever, see, if I map A to U1 here, if I find a mapping A to U1, then A is adjacent with all its vertices, right? All other vertices of G1, B, C, D. So here, the edge, if I give the names to edges, E1, E2, E3, E4, this is E5 and this is E6. Similarly, here I will give the name, say, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5 and D6. So if I map A to U1, then A is adjacent with B, C and D. So if I map B to U2, then I can map E1 to D1. Are you getting it? The end vertices of E1 are A and B. A and B. So I am mapping A to U1 and B to U2. So naturally the edge E1 is mapped to the edge D1. Do you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, if I map D to U4 and C to U3, so I can find a bijective mapping between the vertex sets of G1 and G2, between the edge sets of G1 and G2, and whenever there is an edge E whose end vertices are, say, A and B here. So A and B, A is mapped to U1 and B is mapped to U2. So there should be an edge between the vertices U1, U2 also. Okay, that means if you are mapping a vertex V1 to, say, U1 and V2 to U2, and if there is an edge between V1 and V2, then there should be an edge between U1 and U2 also in G1, in G2 graph. Then only this mapping is bijective mapping, and then only you can define such kind of mapping if the edges of this type exist in both the graphs. Okay, so here it is very easy, but see, sometimes these conditions are satisfied, but then still the graphs are not isomorphic. So these conditions are always not sufficient. These are only necessary conditions for two graphs to be isomorphic. That is, number of vertices must be same, number of edges must be same, and the degree vertices. If you see here, there are 4 vertices each of degree 3 in G1. In G2 also there are 4 vertices of degree 3, and then it becomes very easy to map the vertices. Okay, but in spite of all these conditions, sometimes the graphs fail to become isomorphic. Okay, they are not isomorphic still if these conditions are not satisfied, even though these conditions are satisfied. So these are just necessary conditions. So actually there is no definition as such, but we will try to put them in terms of necessary conditions. Okay, we will have some examples where these conditions are satisfied but still graphs are not isomorphic. Okay, so you can consider these to be necessary conditions. Right, definition. The two graphs G with vertex set V and edge set E, and G dash with V dash and E dash are said to be isomorphic if there exists a bijective mapping What do you mean by bijective mapping? Can anyone tell me? Okay. Yes, what do you mean by bijective mapping? Shireen? Do you hear me, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what do you mean by bijective?
Each element of one set is paired with one element of the other set.
This is bijective. 1 1 on 2. Bijective means 1 1 and on 2. Injective and surjective both. Okay? So picture of 1 1 on 2 function looks like this. For every element you will have one image, of course, then only it is a function. For every element you will have a unique image. Okay? So if Fi is equal to Fb, then A is equal to B. This is the 1 1 function. 1 1 and on 2. Okay? Then that means a vertex cannot be mapped to two different vertices, obviously, or two vertices cannot be mapped to same vertex in G2. Okay, it is not a many one function. Do you understand? Many one mapping is also there. This is also a function, a constant mapping, that all the elements are mapped to same. That is also one kind of mapping. But in isomorphism, we will not have this, that three vertices are mapped to some unique vertex in G2. Okay? For every vertex here, you will get a different vertex. And वहाँ पे जो vertex है, उसके लिए भी अलग vertex होगा हमेशा. That means if you are mapping A to U1, you cannot map B to U1 again. You understand this? Do you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. If A is mapped to U1, you cannot map B to U1. Yes. Whenever the third condition is important. Now, once you define this mapping, if you find that here, see, I am observing that A and B are adjacent. And so U1, U2 must be adjacent in G2. Okay, then only this mapping is defined. Otherwise, you cannot map A to U1 and B to U2. Whenever E is an edge in G with its end vertices, A and B, then the edge FE, this is the image of the edge in G dash, okay? In G dash has its end vertices FV of A and FV of B. The condition 3 above is described by saying, finished writing this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. By saying that under isomorphism, the incidence relationship is preserved. The incidence relationship is preserved. Okay. So if you observe here in G1, the age E1, its end vertices are AB. Okay. Let me just erase this part so that I can write here. See, if I consider age E1, its end vertices are A and B. A is mapped to which vertex? I am mapping A to U1, okay, and B to U2. So I can write f of V of A is U1, f of V of B is U2, and A and B are adjacent, so U1, U2 are adjacent in G2. So f of E1 will be what? What will be the image of AG1 under this mapping?
D1.
Yes, it will be D1. Okay. Now if I map D to U4, C to U3, then there is an edge between D and C also. This is a complete graph. So there is an edge between every pair of vertices. So D and C, there is an edge. What is the name of DC edge? E3.
E3.
So there is an edge between U4 and U3 also, and E3 is mapped to D3. Okay? Are you getting it?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what you have to do now, you have to find out all such mappings. Okay? All such mappings नहीं, एक ही mapping जो आपने अभी यहाँ पे किया है, that A is mapped to f of V of A is U1. F of V of B, FVB is equal to U2, and so on. So find out the mappings, find out the image of each vertex from G to G, G1 to G2, find out image of each edge of G1 in G2. We have already seen the first two conditions, that number of vertices, number of edges are same. Okay, and the incidence relationship we want to see. So will you complete this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, so what observations you make here? See, when we say two graphs are isomorphic if the following conditions are satisfied. Okay, but sometimes these conditions are satisfied, then also the graphs are not isomorphic, I told you. But if you are given that graphs are isomorphic, then they should follow the first two conditions, that they have equal number of vertices, they have equal number of edges also. Okay, so that you can write as a remark from definition of isomorphism. It follows that if G is isomorphic with G dash, this is the notation we use. Okay, G is isomorphic to G dash. This is isomorphic to symbol. Or G1 and G and G dash are isomorphic. So if G is isomorphic to G dash, then the first one is G and G dash have equal number of vertices. G and G dash have equal number of edges. Okay? So these conditions are necessary, but they are not sufficient. That means if you have two graphs which have equal number of vertices, equal number of edges, but still they are not isomorphic. Okay? Do you understand what I am saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will have such example also. First, we will have one more example of checking isomorphic. I'll give you isomorphic graphs. We'll have that, and then we will have not isomorphic graphs. Okay? Yes. So, okay, this is G1. And this is G2. We will check whether these are isomorphic or not. I have taken the example. Let us check. I said that I will take one example of isomorphic, but we have to first check this. Yes, let us give names to the vertices A, B, C, D, E, F. So I will give names as P1, P2, P3, P4, एजेस के नाम ऐसे दे रही हूँ, P6, P7 and P8. Okay, and here we will have say R, S, T, U, V, W, and the age names I'm taking as Q1, Q2, Q3, this is Q4, this is Q5, Q6, Q7 and Q8. Okay, let us check whether these graphs are isomorphic or not. Yes, let us first check the necessary conditions. How many vertices are there in G1? Fast, girls. It's 10:14. Fast.
6.
6. Ages in G1? 8. P1 to P8 नाम दिए हैं मैंने. Now in G2, how many vertices are there?
6.
6. How many ages?
8.
8. Right? Now, third condition we want to check. Whenever E is an edge in G with its end vertices A and B, then edge FEE in G dash has its end vertices FV and FVB. Okay, so let us first list out degree of each vertex. Huh? What is degree of A?
2.
2. Degree of F?
2.
2. Degree of B? is equal to degree of C is equal to degree of D is equal to degree of E, that is equal to 4. Sorry, 3. 3 है ना?
3.
3.
3. Sorry. 3. Now what is degree of? So here there are 2 vertices of degree 2 and 4 vertices of degree 3. In G2, degree of R is equal to degree of W is equal to 2 and degree of S is equal to degree of T is equal to degree of U is equal to degree of V is equal to 3. So here also, what do you observe? That there are 2 vertices of degree 2 and 4 vertices of degree 3. Right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what else you observe here? Tell me. Now, if you observe here, look at A carefully. Look at the vertex A carefully. If I map A to R, right? Because see, there are 2 vertices of degree 2 and 4 vertices of degree 3. So I can have possibilities as I can map A to R. Let us concentrate on degree 2 vertices first. So I can map A to R and F to W. ये एक मैपिंग हो सकता है डिग्री 2 vertices का. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. और क्या हो
Yes,
सकता है?
ma'am.
I can map A to W and F to R. ये भी हो सकता है बिकॉज आई कैन मैप एनी वन. डिग्री 2 के मेरे पास 2 वर्टाइसेस, 2 पॉसिबल कॉम्बिनेशंस मेरे पास आएंगे. ओके, नाउ the vertex A whose degree is 2 is adjacent to B and C, right? A is adjacent to B and A is adjacent to C also, and B and C are adjacent among themselves also in G1. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But what is happening at in G2? Tell me. With R, the degree of R is 2. R is adjacent with 2 degree 3 vertices, S and T. But S and T are not adjacent between themselves, right?
Yes, ma'am.
S
Yes,
is
ma'am.
adjacent to V and V is not adjacent with R. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Therefore, these two graphs are not isomorphic. Do you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
So write down these things. In G1, if we map A to R, for example, A to R, A is adjacent to B and C, each of degree 3. A is adjacent to B and C, and B and C are adjacent. But in G2, R is adjacent to which vertices? R कौन से vertices के साथ adjacent है? S and T. S and T,
S and T.
each of degree 3. That is correct. That is not creating any problem. But S and T are not adjacent. Okay. So adjacency relationship is not, incidence relationship is not preserved. Okay. Incidence relationship is not preserved. Therefore, G1 is not isomorphic to G2. Okay? Finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next example. Here there is one more vertex. हाँ? यहाँ पे एक और vertex है. Okay, so this is U1, U2, U3, U4, U5, F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. So what do you observe? Are they isomorphic? Find out quickly. Yes, are they isomorphic? The first conditions are satisfied. Necessary conditions. Girls, I'm asking you something. Are these two graphs isomorphic? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
What? Yes, ma'am. Graphs are isomorphic or you can hear me? You are answering for
I'm
me.
solving.
Jaldi.
Ma'am, number of vertices and number of edges are same.
Same. Then degree vertices देखो. What is degree of A? How many vertices of degree 2? Degree 2 vertices कितने हैं? 3 है ना? इसका नाम नहीं लिखा मैंने. A B C D E. Okay. D, E and B. These are degree 2 vertices. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And how many vertices of degree 2 here?
3.
U2, U4 and U5. 3. Then degree 3 vertices?
2.
2. Here also you have degree 3 vertices? 2. Okay. So, पावणे अकराला आहे ना? नको करू नको. होय. बघते. कनेक्शनला काहीतरी झालं स्वाती. कनेक्शन आहे कनेक्टेड तर दिसतंय. Yes, are these two graphs isomorphic? Two degree 3 vertices are not adjacent to each other in G1. The vertices A and C are of degree 3 and they are not adjacent in G1. In G2, U1 and U3 are degree 3 vertices and they are not adjacent with each other. Okay, even degree 2 vertices are also not adjacent with each other. A, D, E and B in G1, they are not adjacent with each other. In G2, the vertices of degree 2, that is U2, U4 and U5, they are also not adjacent among themselves. Do you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And therefore the graphs are isomorphic. This is example of isomorphic graphs. Okay? So please put in your words. This is for 4 marks. This type of question can be asked for 4 marks. Isomorphic graphs. You have to check whether they are isomorphic or not. Now you draw this example. This is G1. And this is G2. Check whether these two graphs are isomorphic or not. Okay, I'm quickly taking the attendance. 1,
Present, ma'am.
3, 3 Shraddha, what happens to your microphone every time? I will not put your attendance if you don't answer. 7,
Present, ma'am.
8,
Present, ma'am.
9,
Present, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present, ma'am.
15, 16,
present, ma'am.
17. If you
17 present.
आप सिर्फ मीटिंग ऑन करके यहाँ कहाँ भटक रहे हो तो मैं अटेंडेंस नहीं लगाने वाली हूँ. हाँ, सो 13, 14, 16, 17,
17 present.
18,
18 present, ma'am.
19,
Present, ma'am.
20,
Present, ma'am.
22,
Present, ma'am.
26,
Present, ma'am.
27,
Present, ma'am.
28,
Present, ma'am.
30,
Present, ma'am.
31,
Present, ma'am.
32,
Present, ma'am. 32.
3,
32 present. Present, ma'am.
35, 35 Sanjana, 39 Chetna,
Present, ma'am.
40,
Present, ma'am.
41,
Present, ma'am.
43.
Present, ma'am.
That's it. 44 है. Okay. So girls, we will meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. I will let you know about tomorrow's timing. Okay? Listen, because I have to come to college, I have to conduct your practicals also. So 8 to 3:30.